Assalamu alaikum dear friends. I'm engineer Saifullah and you are watching Civil Engineer at Site YouTube channel. So today I am going to share the full procedure, information and knowledge about ITP inspection and test plan for any activity and construction work. So guys, if you are new to my channel, subscribe my YouTube channel, like our videos and give us your feedback in the comment box. Let's start our video. What is ITP? Who will prepare the ITP and how you will prepare the ITP? I will describe each and everything about ITP in this video, and I will also show the inspection and test plan which I prepared for my project, and I will tell you from where I've take the references, codes and the values are for different tests and inspection. So let's start a brief description about ITP. What is ITP? Inspection and test plan is the setting out of inspection and test requirements against which the quality of material, fabrication, construction and installation is checked. The ITP specifies for each construction part or workplace the description of inspection, frequency, acceptance criteria, inspection responsible, project specification, code, standard references, or any other approved documents related to the inspections, procedure, drawing, etc. And the type of inspection, surveillance point, witness point, hold point. And I will also tell you what is the meaning of surveillance point, witness point, and hold point. But later in the video when I show the form and format of ITP, and that I will tell you about all these points. Now the ITP will also include the type of records which give evidence that the work has been carried out, inspected and are tested as defined by specification requirements. So this was the general description about the ITP. Now I will take you to my laptop screen to show you the format of ITP and to tell you about the witness, hold, surveillance point, and from where you will code take this international standards, codes, frequencies, and values of the different tests and inspection for the activities. So let's go to our laptop screen. So dear friends, this is the format of ITP, inspection and test plan, and I prepared this ITP for the RCC work of all our project. So here you have to put the logo of consultant and client. Here you have to put your own company logo. Here will be your company name shortcut like TDCS, and here you will be the project PO number, division quality, type ITP, documents type, discipline civil, and this is the number of the document, and this is the revision that of the documents we submitted. Here you have to write the project name, here you have to write the contractor name like your company name. Now let's come to the activity. So activity number, here will be saved the number of activities, description of activity, which type of activity you have to do in the RCC work, inspection and testing, methods, frequency, which type of method you will use for inspection or testing, and here what will be the frequency, how many times you have to do the inspection, how you will do the inspection. Here you have project specification and drawing number, the activity which you mention here, so you have to give here the reference of a drawing number or project specification. Here you have to write the acceptance criteria, the 12 will be the acceptance criteria for the mentioned activity. Here you have to write the QC form verifying record documents, any documents, any QC form, any record which will be verified this activity you have to mention here. Verification person, who will verify this, who will be the responsible person to verify these documents, you have to put here. Now here you have to put witness point, hold point, surveillance point. So I will tell you about what is the hold point, what is surveillance point, and what is the witness point. So and let's start our video. This is for, I make this for RCC work. So let's start it. Like when you are going to start any activity, you have to take approval of shop drawing. For any activity, the first thing you have to take approval of shop drawing. So what will be the method for this? You have reviewing the shop drawing. When you have to do it, this should be done before priority to start the activity RCC, or you have to take approval of your drawing. So from what will be the reference the standards, the project specification number. You have to put here the project specification number. Acceptance criteria to be reviewed and approved from prior to RCC work. Acceptance criteria for approval of shop drawing is it should be reviewed and accepted and approved prior the activity. Now QC form verifying record documents. What will be the verifying approved shop drawing SDR? When you get this shop drawing approved, so here you should put the number of shop drawing, that is the document record which will show the approval or the record for this approved shop drawing. Who will verify this? Technical manager from the consultant will verify this. Now this is our company TDC, this is the consultant WSP, this is client. So here H hold mean tell the approval you cannot move ahead in the activity, and R record. So TDC, when we submit or approve shop drawing, so we will hold all activities till the approval of shop drawing. WSP will review this. And surveillance just check, like just general check. So WSP is responsible to review and approve the shop drawing, and after that we have to move ahead. After this, approval of risk assessment and method statement. When shop drawing is approved, then you have to prepare risk assessment and method statement for the RCC activity, the response circuit activity. The method is document review. You have to take approval of risk assessment and method statement prior the start work, and you have to follow the specification for these method statement, risk assessment, and the acceptance criteria to be reviewed and approved from for the prior to start RCC work. You have to take approval before the study activity, and method statement and approved MST will be the document or record for the risk assessment and method statement bodies. And who will be the person who to verify or approve these method statement and assessment? QA/QC manager. TDC H and R hold and review. First we have to review our document, then we have to submit to the consultant. So when we submit to the consultant, it means the activity will be hold till the approval of this method statement, and WSP will review and ROC will just check. Safety check. Before starting the activity, the safety inspection, there will be safety inspection for all the sites. So safety check means inspection. Here method up for the safety check activity is inspection prior to start and during the activity will be inspection, and you have to follow the project specification for the safety check. And for this, verifying or accepting risk criteria, approved risk assessment. Here you have to take approval for risk assessment, so a safety officer will follow that approved risk assessment for the safety inspection. QC verifying record document is for the safety check is risk assessment, and who will do this? HSC engineer or HSC manager. TDC will do the inspection and will hold the activity if there is anything against the safety standards, and it also hold for the WSP. When the WSP engineer, safety engineer come, he will check the site, and then we go ahead for the activity to start the activity RCC work. And ROC will come for general check. Mostly client never come to the site, but just for surveillance means general check, anyone can come. Format of RCC work. Before starting the activity, prior to start the activity, we have to get the formats for RCC work. This is the method, document review, prior to start activity, induction documentation for project specification and drawing. So here we have to put induction documentation valid and present. If we have the format, for format we have to follow the specification for the activity of RCC work. Format is for ROC requirements. So here you have to put the client requirement. Format from RCC. From where you will get this format? From ROC Riyadh Airport Company. Here we are working. And who will be the responsible person? TDC site engineer. So here will be the site engineer will be responsible to get the permit, and also he will do the inspection and will hold the activity if the permit was not present outside. And WSP will just review the permit, and ROC will do the surveillance. Labor documentation received. All the manpower documentation should be received, and this should be checked at site before start activity, and there should be induction documentation for the labor, and it should be valid and present, and it will be done through the checklist. QC form verifying record for the labor documentation is checklist. You have to prepare your checklist to put name of a labor, time, number, and position, and just like to keep the record for the labor who are working the RCC work at site. Who will be responsible? TDC site engineer. Review, hold, RN. Review for the consultant. Review and hold. If the labor documentation was not received, so the activity will be hold till the documentation completion. Now come to the technical part. What type of document should be submitted for the RCC work? So when you are going to start RCC, you have to bring the material. So for bringing the material, you have to take approval from ROG for the material from the consultant. See, the first material approval. This will be a document review. Prior to start work, before starting the work, all the material approval you have to take from the consultant, and you have to follow the project specification. And what will be the acceptance criteria? Before you are going to take the material approval, you have to submit different companies pre-qualification. When that pre-qualification approved, so you have to submit that pre-qualification with material approval to the client consultant, and the record form for that material approval with MAR, material approval request. And who will submit? TDC site engineer. So when TDC site engineer submit material approval, the activity will be hold till the approval of the material. So it means you cannot use unapproved material at site for the activity. So it will be reviewed first by TDC site engineer, then submitted to the consultant. Till the submission of consultant, it will be the activity will be hold, and the WSP will check and take approval from client and also from their high management, and then they will send back the MAR to us. When we get approval for the MAR, then we will go ahead to purchase the material. When we purchase the material and bring it to site, so there will be another activity for that material, material inspection. Material inspection, it will be visual, and sometimes it's also some material need to be tested, but the mostly the in material inspection is visual. When we have to do this? Frequency mean when we have to do this prior to start the activity. Before starting the activity, we have to do the material inspection. And what we have to follow? We have to follow the project specification section 03300 cast and place concrete in clause 1.6. It's stated all the data about the material inspection and the specification clause 1.6. And what will be the record? Acceptance criteria, approved MAR. Here you have to submit MAR, and when you get approval, so in the material inspection you have to submit MAR with the delivery note and MAR form. So when you get the approval for the material inspection, then you can go ahead for the activity. And what will be the QC form for material inspection? For QC form for the material inspection will be MIR, material inspection request. You have to submit MIR with the approved MIR and delivery note for the inspection. And who will be responsible? TDC QAQC engineer. So inspection should be done, and the documents for the inspection should be submitted by QAQC engineer. And first you have to review your and you have to do the pre-inspection. You have reviewed the documents. After that you have to submit it. When you submit the material inspection, so you have to hold the activities. The activity will be hold till the inspection of the material. And hold for the WSP. Hold for WSP mean when they complete the inspection, so they have to send the documents MIR back with approval. When you get approval, then you can go ahead for the activity. And surveillance for client, so they can just do this general inspection. Now documentation finish, general or for preliminary procedure finish. Now documentation submittal finish. Now you have to come the installation, start your work. How you will start the RCC work? First you have to make the site preparation inspection. First you have to do the site preparation. When you do the site preparation, so for you this you have first thing, site preparation inspection. It should be usual, it should be done before the activity. And how you will prepare your site? You have to check your project specification. Like here I say cast and place concrete and class 3. When you check the class 3 in this, so they give a brief information how to prepare your site for the inspection. And what will be the acceptance criteria? You have to follow this, and acceptance criteria is the same specification. You have to put here cast and place concrete in class 3. when you complete your site, prepare your site as per the specification, so it will be accepted. And how you will send the record form, how you will keep the record for the site preparation inspection daily site report. And who will do this? TDC QA/QC engineer will make a site report for the site preparation inspection, and it will be hold till the approval of the consultant. And here I have mentioned what is it's called witness point. So here for the site preparation it will be witness point for a consultant. So when you complete your site preparation, you can call the consultant if he want to come for inspection, or if he don't want to come, so he will say go ahead for your activity. So then you can start your activity. Steel fixing, first thing when you complete site preparation, or like a bake peeling, compaction, anything, then you have to start steel fixing. So when you complete the steel fixing activity, so you have to submit WIR, work inspection request, and the method for this inspection will be, you have to write here inspection. So they have to come for inspection. We can submit WIR, work inspection request, they have to come for the inspection. And when you have to done before starting the concrete or shuttering, you have to submit WIR to the consultant, and they will come to the inspection. And you have to follow project specification, and during this activity you have to do the steel fixing according to the project specification, cost and price concrete, and cost 3.6. And what will be the acceptance criteria? Acceptance criteria for the steel fixing is here. As per ACI 318, lap length shall be 50D, 50 multiplied by diameter of the steel. Here I just mentioned the lap length for the steel, and you have to do all the steel fixing according to this specification. And after that you have to submit WIR. And who will submit WIR? QA/QC engineer from the contractor. And first you have to do your own inspection, then the consultant will come, because this is the whole point. Without inspecting this steel and without getting approval for the steel, you cannot proceed for the shuttering, formwork, and other activity. So when you complete the steel fixing and you get approval for the steel fixing, then you have move ahead for the formwork installation. When the steel fixing is approved, then you have to complete the formwork installation. For the formwork you have to submit the WIR and survey report. Here will be two inspection for the formwork. One is from the civil inspector, QC inspector, from consultant, and other from the survey report. Who will make the survey report? Survey engineer from the contractor will make the survey report, and the surveyor from the consultant will come, and he will check the coordination and all the formwork, verticality and everything for the formwork he will check as per the survey report. And the QC inspector will come, he will just check the formwork visually. And how you will complete the formwork? You have to do the formwork as per a project specification, which is described in 3.1 clause and section 03300 cost and place concrete. And TDC QA/QC engineer will submit WIR and survey report, and it will be inspection from also the contractor, and will be hold till the approval from the consultant. So it means hold point from the consultant. When they give you approval for the formwork, then you can go ahead for the concrete pouring. For a concrete pouring you have to submit WIR, and the consultant will come for visual inspection, and this inspection will be done during the activity. Like formwork prior the activity, when you complete the activity prior the concrete starting, you have to do the inspection. Concrete pouring should be done during the activity, and you have to follow specification section 03300 cost and place concrete and clause 3.9. They describe everything about the concrete pouring, how you do the concrete outside. And this will be the acceptance criteria. When you complete your concrete pouring as per specifications, so it will be accepted. You have to submit WIR to the consultant. And witness point, the consultant will come, and they will witness the concrete. They will check the concrete. They should be here outside to see the concrete pouring. It will be witness point. If he don't want to come, so he can tell you go ahead for a concrete. So without his coming, you can also do the concrete pouring. Now concrete finishing and curing. When you complete the concrete pouring, then there should maybe some honeycombs or some defects in the concrete surfaces, and also there is anything curing for 7 days. So you have to start concrete finishing and curing. The inspection for a concrete finishing curing will be visual. This should be done during the activity and after the pouring of concrete. Section for the concrete finishing and curing, you have to follow specification in this section, and here this is the acceptance criteria for the concrete finishing and curing in the specification, part of 3.13 clause, and you have to submit this through daily site report, and who should the TDC KYQC engineer will be responsible for this, and this will be a whole activity. If there is any serious honeycombs or serious defects occur in the concrete, so it will be hold till the consultant. If there is no serious defect, so it will be surveyors, they can just come for general inspection. Formwork removal. When you make complete the curing and surface is okay, then you have to remove the formwork from the concrete, and the consultant will become for inspection. After finishing the activity, you remove the concrete, so inspection will be after finishing the activity. And after removing the formwork removal, how you will remove the formwork? So you have to follow specification in the class 3.1, and this will be the acceptance criteria for the removal of formwork. When you do this as per specification, you have to submit this as a daily site report, and site engineer will be responsible for this activity. After removing formwork in the below sides of the concrete, if there is any serious defect honeycombs, so you have to contact with the consultant, they have to check. Otherwise, if there is no serious defect, so it will be a general surveillance, they can come for a general inspection. Concrete surface repairs. When you remove the formwork, so maybe there will be small defects in the concrete surface, so for that you have to do the concrete surface repair. You have to do the repairs as per approved material. You have to take approval for the material, for grouting material or for any surface repair material. When you complete a concrete surface repair, or when you complete a surface repair for a concrete, so you have to submit WIR for the inspection. After finishing the activity, frequency for this, when you complete the activity, so you have to submit a WIR, work inspection request, and the consultant will do the inspection, and you have to do the concrete surface repairs as per project specification, and it will be accepted if you follow the project specification. So it means acceptance criteria, and this is the project specification drawing, like a reference number. So this is the this is the reference number for this activity, and when you follow this specifications, so it means the work will be accepted, and you have to submit WIR. KYQC engineer will submit WIR, and it will be hold an inspection for the consultant. If there is any serious defect that the concrete surface was not repaired as per approved material, so consultant will reject, and you have to do the work again. Now concrete, everything is done. Now the fourth portion of the ITP is about testings. So what are the testing will carry on in the RCC work? The first test should be done for the compressive strength test, cast and splash cylinders. It will be a testing here. See method. It will be a testing. What will be the reference number, frequency for the testing it as per project specification. 4 cylinders, 1 cylinder after 1 week and 2 cylinder after 2 weeks. This is the frequency for the testing. What will be the reference of specification? This is the reference of specification. You have to do the testing as per clause 3.18. What will be the acceptance criteria as per ASTM C39 or C39M? The compressive strength of this concrete should be 35 MPa. This will be the acceptance criteria. When you get this strength, it means it is accepted, and the record document for this, it will be the test report, and the KYQC engineer will submit it to the consultant, and it will be hold or witnessed by the consultant. The second test is slump test. It will be testing, no inspection testing. Prior to start concrete pouring, when you are going to start the concrete, you have to do the slump test, and also there is another thing for every vehicle, every mixture, you have to do the slump test, and you have to follow the specification 3.18 clause in section 033 cast and press concrete for the slump testing. And the acceptance criteria for the slump testing as per STM C143 75 mm to 125 mm. The value of the slump will be 75 to 125 mm, and you have to prepare a test report, and you have to, the QAQC engineer will submit it to the consultant for hold or witness. Concrete temperature testing, it will be a testing prior to start pouring concrete. You have to check the temperature of the concrete, and you have to check the concrete temperature as per specification. This is the reference number of specification for the concrete temperature, and the acceptance criteria as per STM C1064-86. Limit of temperature is 26 degrees C to 35 degrees C, and you have to prepare test report for this. QAQC engineer will submit it to the consultant for hold or witness. Hold witness mean they can also come here to witness the all the testing, or it will be hold till the report. Permeability test, if the consultant wants, you can also, you have to provide a permeability test for the concrete testing. 3 samples of 75 mm diameter cores will be taken, 75 mm long, and the section of specification 2.1 N clause is the reference for the permeability test. All the videos present here, and the acceptance criteria for permeability is as per BSEN 12390-8. After 28 days it should be 15 mm. Permeability for the, it will be 15 mm. Test report, you have to submit test report to the consultant for witness or hold. Now steel reinforcement tensile strength, the last test is for the steel. It should be tested, and for every 2 tons. So you can get these test reports from the mill, from where you are purchasing the steel. They will provide all these test reports. So it should be testing for every 2 ton. They have to do the test for tensile strength, and you have to follow, the test should be as per project specification clause 3.18, and the acceptance criteria for this test as per STM A615. It should be 620 MPa, and you have to submit this report to the consultant for review. Till that the activity will be hold. Now come to the general. H, abbreviation. What is the meaning of H? Hold point. Rock engineering division or the consultant shall be notified of the timing of inspection or test in advance. For the hold point, they should sign your WIR, work inspection request. After signing WIR, the activity will be released. Till their sign, you cannot go ahead in the activity, and it will be hold. Who will sign? The consultant or rock engineering division person will sign your WIR. After that, you go ahead in the activity. So here, see, inspection or test shall be not carried out without the rock attendance. For all the inspection and test, the consultant, here I mention rock because it's our client, but our consultants, but you have to mention your. Without consultant inspection attendance, the inspection and test will be not carried out, and signature and WIR is must. When they attended inspection and test, so they will sign your WIR. Then you go ahead for the following activities. What is the witness point? Witness point. Rock engineering division shall notify of timing inspection and test in advance. Before starting up test and inspection, you have to inform the rock engineering division and consultant through WIR. However, inspection and test shall be performed as scheduled. When you schedule the test and inspection, it should be performed. If the rock engineering representative didn't present, no problem, he will sign the WIR later. Witness mean, this is the harder point, that you have to wait for the WIR signed approved dollar. But here you have to call them if they didn't come, if they didn't attend the inspection and test. So no problem, you have to do that inspection and testing, and later they can sign the WIR. You will move ahead for your activity. Surveillance point. Random attendance with notice from contractor. No signature is required for WIR employment recommendation. Surveillance is a general inspection. Whenever they want, they can come to a site. There is no need of WIR and any other documentation. R, review point. Review of record. It may be an edition of the other course. Like if they need anything, so they, like for documentation, we are using our review point. This is review point for the consultant and client. I mean inspection point. So this is the inspection point. Where you need the inspection, you have to mention I. Legends. ICL inspection checklist, MST method statement, SR survey report, WIR, work inspection request, MIR, material inspection request, TR, test report or lab report, PQR, pre-qualification, V, visual inspection, RSO, rock safety officer, REE, rock execution engineer, R, These are for the engineers. So then you have to write your name here. Your project manager name should be here. This these are for the sign for the WSP or the consultant, they have to sign. So guys, this was the inspection and test plan for the RCC work. If you find a video informative and you get the information, so please like our video and share it with your friends. And if you have any issue, then you can comment it in the comment box. Thank you for watching my videos.